What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy Styles. Back with another episode of Success with Styles, man. And today I told y'all I would really give y'all some insight on paying down car debt. Now, this is really just gonna be a basic video. Nothing. I'm not gonna go into true detail. But I am gonna keep it very basic, just to give you an idea. So if you guys have a car loan right now, well, let me start with this. So, success starts with you. So if you have a lot of debt right now, there are ways that you could pay it down and even pay it off so that you're not fighting, yourself, telling yourself you can't go enjoy this or you can't go enjoy that. So, a lot of my knowledge, I do read the Dave Ramsey book. He has a 7-step method. That's a good one that I know people read. Believe it or not, I also read Hustlenomics by Nipsey Hussle. That's another good book that I read as well. And learning to discipline yourself on a level where you can control your income, it's so important. So for me, like I told you guys on my first video, I want my success to grow. And what I've decided to start doing now is challenging the debt that I have by taking out certain pieces. Now, everybody moves differently. I kind of do mine differently, but because I mentally want a new car, but at the same time starting this process, I haven't decided which route would better me. I don't have a lot in debt, I will admit. Now your score is different: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So those 3 branches, they different per state. So I can say in total, between foolishness, medical, student loans, and car loans. I'm sorry, not credit cards. Car loans, student loans, medical, and foolishness stuff. Those 4 categories put together, I have at least about $37,000 worth of debt. Now, most people are like, that's not nothing. You right, and I'm blessed. I ain't gonna lie, I'm so thankful, and I'm glad that that's not a lot to certain people, so I don't mind it. So today's video, I want to focus on just a basic aspect of what to do with credit debt or with car debt. So with this, I want people to see that when you're focusing on your car loan, is ways to do it. So here's, I'm gonna give y'all, and I'm looking at my notes. So I purchased my car in April 2019, and I don't exactly remember what my credit score was. At the time, I will say it wasn't in the good state. So it was between bad and fair, but it was not in the good state. So just to give you just a small insight, fair credit is, I think, 520 to 580 is considered fair credit. Anything less than a 520, I do believe, is considered bad credit. Then, of course, everything above a 580 is everything above 580 is considered good credit. So if you keep yourself within the 600 plus, it works. But honestly, most banks, most car companies, they prefer at least a 650, even with houses. If you try to go get yourself a house right now, having that 650 margin or higher helps, but that's another video, so we're not gonna go into that. So back on topic. So what my credit score was at the time, I don't remember, but it was fair. So it was around that ballpark range. The total price of this car, now again, this is a 2015 Kia Optima LX. Mileage, I don't remember. It was a one-owner car. Miles were very, very stupid low, like 20, 30 some thousand at the time. The total cost of that car, after all their fees, all that stuff, was $16,883. Now, rounded up, might as well say $17,000. As of today, December, what we at, 28th? Yep, December 28th. I owe $14,300. Now, sadly, I do have a ugly interest rate. I have an interest rate of 22.4. So that should give you an idea between credit. There was cash down. I couldn't find the paperwork to really give you guys more, but there was cash down. And yeah, so interest rate is ugly. The payoff for this car is August 2024. So what's crazy is I have 3 years left. We almost a couple days into 2021. I had 3 years left. Now my goal is actually, and which I'm gonna do with you guys, my goal is to pay this off within 2 years, or to pay it at trade-in value. So now you're like, okay, is that possible? Also, before I answer that, also pay attention, guys, to your out the door numbers on the car before fees and everything are done. Make sure that when you get your number for the car, that the number for the car is what it is. I actually got screwed over because, unfortunately, while looking for the paperwork, I was able to read some of my paperwork, and going back to read some of my paperwork, I realized that I did not get the price that I was told that I was supposed to have got on that car. And now I'm like 2 years almost into this car. I jacked up, y'all. I messed up. I should have checked better, but I did not give myself that opportunity to check better, and I regret it now. So now to go back where I stand, I'm at $14,300 on this car. So if you do your math, like I say, 17,000 minus 14,300. I've only put $2,700 towards that car. Now, what's crazy is most of that, yes, came off the principal, but that should tell you principal and interest, and that's another video I will cover later on as well. As far as all of that stuff. So I'm just right now giving the basics, but I will answer questions if anybody has them. So my goal right now is to chop that 14,300 down by half with 18 payments. Well, 9 payments, I apologize. Within 9 payments while still paying my car note. So now my car note for the car, I forgot to say, is $430 a month. Because of this company that I go through, the company, they go based off your pay period. Now, I get paid every week at my job. I get paid every week. So getting paid every week, they don't go off of that. So this particular company says, okay, pay every 2 weeks. So now in my case, you got to think, I pay, you might as well say $215 every 2 weeks. But keep in mind, like January, January is coming. That's 3 payments I gotta give them now. So not only am I giving you $430, but now add $215 to that, and I'm actually giving you, let's see, $430, $215. I'm giving you $645 towards this car in 1 month now. Now, how much of that actually gonna go to principal? You see my dilemma. So my plan, 9 payments going towards the principal. So my goal with you guys is to show you how to do that. So when you have your regular car note, they always tell you, this is the thing you're gonna hear. If you can pay more on top of your car note, do that. Yes and no. Yes and no. Now again, I am a learning man. I am a absorbing man. So knowledge that I'm given has also been given to me, or I've also learned it. Now again, I work at a car company, and I used to be a car salesman as well. I am a car detailer right now, but a few years back, I used to sell cars. So when people tell me that, or when I hear people say, well, pay more on your payment, it don't matter if you got a $200 car note, $300 car note, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000. It don't matter. The more you pay, it just chops your car note down. But if you call them in, or you go to the bank and you say, I want to put this towards the principal of the car, that is what you have to do. You have to direct where that payment goes. Sometimes you will notice it by paying extra, but sometimes you won't, because it's not always applied. You want to make sure that if you're going to take the time to put extra towards your car, make sure you pay towards the principal. And with doing that, mind you now, there's 2 ways that you're going to do this. You're paying towards that principal because you want to trade this car in sooner, or you're paying towards that principal because you want to pay this car off. Now, who's going to get mad at you doing this? Your bank, a bank, whoever you're going through, a bank or your bank, they're going to be mad. You know why? Because you're going to cost them money. Now, here's the jacked up part about it. If some of you guys are like me and you did not read that fine print, some companies will penalize you for trying to pay your car off early. If you see this video and you realize that, you're going to say, hold up. What? Look in your pamphlet. You're going to realize you get penalized. You can be penalized for paying your car off early, or paying towards the principal, trying to pay it down early. And the reason they're doing that is because the bank still wants to make their money off of you. So someone like me, I had a 22% interest. I'm probably giving these people, if I stay on time all the way until 2024, I would have paid $29. I would have paid what the brand new price of that used car is. That's what I would end up paying this company for. So I probably would have paid almost $10,000 in interest. So mind you now, if I'm already at 14.3 and I'll start at 17, again, I bought the car 2019. We're in 2020. This is a whole year and some change later now. Almost 2 years now. I've almost had this car for 2 years. And only $2,700 has chopped off that $17,000 value. Now you got to think, they're trying to get their money in interest. But I am not penalized for paying my principal. As long as your account is current, they will not penalize you for paying the car early. Now, we all have different companies, different banks, whether we go through the dealership, whether the dealership finds us a bank, or whether you find your own bank. Read the fine print. That's why I say I'm only doing a basic video right now of it. If I want to get more in depth, guys, again, I hope if you're watching this video and you want me to go in depth, comment and I will get them back. You know, again, I'm trying to build the success with YouTube, and I don't mind interacting. I don't mind teaching because, again, we have advanced our brain so much just to try and keep up with other things that the basics have honestly floated over our head. It's floated over our head now. Like, we've tossed it so far in the back of our brain that we don't even realize, like, oh, wait, that's simple. So my plan is, and like I said, I'm only doing a brief script of this video. My plan is to make 9 payments towards the principal. Now, my next car note is due January 15th because I actually paid ahead. My next car note is due January 15th. So from January, and we're going to say August. My birthday is in August. I'm a Leo. We're going to say from January to August, I'm going to keep you guys updated. And I'm going to tell you where I'm at as of August 1st. So August 1st, mark your calendar. Whether you see this video again or not, mark your calendar. August 1st, Styles is going to come tell us where he is with his car note. I'm going to show y'all and I'm going to tell y'all each step of what I did, how I did it, and so that you guys can do what you got to do. So you calculate your own. You tell me what y'all think y'all would do. If you had a $14,300 car loan left, now the KBB value for my car is $7,000. If you got paid weekly or bi-weekly, you tell me what you would do. Tell me what you would do. Tell me what plan would you come up with. I have an ideal plan of what I'm thinking about doing, but I only can do it within 9 payments. Now, mind you, now I'm not saying months. I'm not saying weeks. In my head, I want to make 9 payments. Logically, what would you come up with to pay your car loan down? So my message for this video, again, if your car loan right now can be an extra form of income for yourself and you could pay your car loan off, attack the principal. But pay your car note ahead so that you can attack that principal. Don't be scared, because here's what y'all gonna think. Y'all are gonna say, if I had extra money, I would have did it. But here's the thing y'all don't think about. If your car note, let's say it's $400, you pay $400 a month, but you choose to give $500. That $500 a month that you're really paying, is it honestly going towards the principal of your loan, or is it actually just chopping down your next car note? You see what I mean? So January you was at $400, but you gave them $500. So now in February, does your car note still say $400, or does it say $300 now? See what I'm saying? And ask yourself, if it did go down at $300, that tells you right then and there, if your base car note was $400 and you checked your app or you got on the computer and it said next month's car note is $300, that money ain't go towards that principal at all. Now, if your car note says $400 for January and then February it says $400 again, but you know you paid them $500 in January, it went to the principal. If your car note gets lowered every month, you're paying towards the car note for cheaper bills. Now, if it gets to the point where you basically got a credit each month, then that's different. That's going towards principal. So if you go January $400, then you go February $300, March $200, April $100, and then it says May credit 400, and you keep going, that goes to the principal. That's when that'll go towards the principal. But what you don't want is for it to go too far ahead. So put yourself in position to lessen one debt. That is your challenge. Challenge yourself to lessen one debt. My challenge as of December 28th is to cut my car loan in half, or to cut it all the way off. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, do you really want the new car, or would it be better just to get out of your car loan debt? Here's the thing. You're always going to want yourself a new car, always. However, it's how you treat cars and it's how you value cars that disciplines you. So that's another topic. I don't want to get off topic too much because I didn't want this video to be that long. But that is my lesson for the day that I wanted to give out. Attack the principle. Budget yourself, discipline yourself to say, I'm going to attack the principle. Because if you ever think about it, if you was to take your car and go get it traded in right now, how can you keep yourself from being upside down, for one, in the loan, which basically means, how can I not carry over negative equity in trying to get this newer car? I have 2 cars in mind for comfort and fun that I really want. I don't want to carry over negative equity, but I don't want another high car note. I can honestly say I'm 32 years old. I've never had a car note less than $420. Never. That is the cheapest car note that I've ever had. And in my head, I'm like, damn. But again, I wasn't this logical with money compared to back then when I first got cars to who I am now. So that is my vision to you guys. That's my lesson right now. Attack the principle so that you can either save money for your house, your new car, or whatever else you want to do, or go ahead and chop your car down to trade-in value. Get the car that you want and let that be the car you pay off. So put yourself in a position to say, this is the car. Now, I'm speaking to not people that's got cash cars just lying around, but for somebody that, like for me, I live in Florida, but all of my family is in Alabama. I want a reliable car that I can go back and forth with. Kia is pretty reliable. I've never had a problem with it. The recall issues, all taken care of. Haven't faced the engine issue of burning up or nothing. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But I want to be able to have something nicer, something more up-to-date, more comfortable, more luxury for the direction that I'm going in. And eventually, as success grows, then I pull out a couple other toys. So if you're thinking of a New Year's resolution to give yourself, if you still believe in it, if you're giving yourself a New Year's resolution to focus on going into 2021, set yourself a plan right now. Get your planner at the book, old school. Get your book, get your planner, organizer, whatever. Jot down notes, write down notes. Come up with a plan to say, I'm going to attack the principle. These are tips and tricks that banks don't want you to do. Now I say, no matter where you go, people always say, well, just pay more monthly. Keep in mind, the more you pay monthly does not always mean it's lowering the loan. It does not mean that. You would be surprised, but y'all gonna go on this journey with me. I'm gonna share as of January. I'm gonna tell y'all, at the end, Every other month, I'm going to tell y'all where I'm at as far as this car loan balance. Just remember this day, December 28th, we're at a $14,300 car loan. Watch where we are come August 1st. But I will keep y'all up to date every other month on the car status. But again, if you guys need any more detailed information as far as negative equity, as far as trade-in value, as far as dealership information, rebates, incentives, things like that, let your boy know. This is Success with Styles. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's make this movement together. Let's build success together, you know. And like I say, I will have more for you guys later. But again, man, thank y'all for the time, opportunity. Again, this is a challenge for me. Hoping for the best. Looking forward to the best. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.